But yeah, no one saw this coming. No one saw this revolution, and that's kind of the most exciting thing about anything like that. Like, there's so many different industries that are yet to evolve and yet to take the next step, and I think sport is actually one of them.
Both of us just outcasts.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my turn. So this is the proposal meeting. It happens every morning.
You're not meant to be in there.
So each business development manager will have a few briefs that they've got coming in, different topics that they want to talk about, different campaigns, putting together proposals for. So this is where we'll go and sit down with the whole team, come up with a strategy, what to go forward, who's going to write it, who's going to be designing it, all those kind of.
So why are you on this side of the glass?
It's Tom Crosswaite's turn at the moment, and then next will be me. So I'm just waiting so that I can go straight in and not waste anybody's time.
That's very thoughtful. That's all I do, waste people's time.
Yeah, I know.
Happy Monday.
Thank you very much. How's your week looking before you head off to Dubai?
We're busy because of that. I'm out of the office for a week. We've got a massive pitch with an FMCG brand on Friday, which meant we had to change our flights to Saturday for Dubai. Aaron and I are going to do some meetings in Dubai. He's got some contacts there. I've set some up as well. He's flying on Tuesday to Singapore, so a week tomorrow.
People that watch now might not realise that you were the man behind the opening of the Singapore office.
I was, yeah. I was there by myself for a bit, and then Indy came to join. But I think it'd be interesting for Aaron to spend some time with James as well, go to a few pitches. Obviously our pitch here changes every single week really as social changes. We've seen a drop off on Instagram recently, so it means that the stuff we've been pitching over the last few weeks needs to change to be a more like YouTube focused strategy or whatever the KPIs are.
What size is the brief on average?
Your average brief is about 20,000 to 40,000 Singapore dollars, which is what, about 13 to 25 grand or something here. The way to get it up is you either go and get big tech companies in Vietnam or China coming to target the West, or you go and take on a brief which has 4 or 5 different countries in Southeast Asia, and then you can build those 20s up into hundreds.
I'm talking streaming services.
Yes.
There does seem to be a dominant 4 or 5. What do you have personally?
I think I prefer Amazon to Netflix. Better movies.
Amazon Prime, they do come up with some great TV series, but I'd rather use Netflix.
You know, I pay for Now TV, I pay for Amazon, I pay for Netflix.
Actually, Amazon Prime, I would say, is overtaking Netflix in terms of stuff that I watch.
Amazon Prime. Well, you get the extra stuff, don't you?
Prime, it's more that I use it for the deliveries. Their content has dramatically improved.
I don't really stream because I watch sports. So.
I'm infuriated that I don't have access to Disney Plus yet because I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. Oh, hello, cheeky. It's genius, and it's what all the film industry and film distributors and publishers should be doing. Taking back their films, that puts the ownership back on the actual studios to go, we better make some decent shit.
Everyone's changing from classic linear TV to over-the-top subscription services, and we're going to go from paying our license fee and 1 or 2 other subscriptions to having loads of subscriptions for loads of different things. If you were to buy one subscription service, which one would you buy?
Well, it has to be Netflix. I've just talked to quite a few people in the office. Tom Crosswaite said,
I reckon, 95% of people in this office have Netflix. It just feels like it's just like a normal service now.
I think it's great that there's a lot of players in the game now. I'm quite excited about BritBox. They've got so many amazing legacy shows that if you take them off other channels and other over-the-top subscription services, then they've got a decent chance. I think what's really interesting about all these different ones coming out is they're all taking it away from the incumbents. Like Disney took all of their films, all the TV shows off Netflix. And that's quite an interesting move because it forces people to have more than one. It does have value. I watch a lot of my content like that. There's only a few things that I'll watch live on TV. But even DAZN, right, is trying to disrupt that market in the US. Haven't come to the UK yet. If they do, and then they buy a huge amount of rights that I'm interested in, you know, the likes of Premier League football or Champions League football, then obviously I have to become interested in that too and start looking at that service. But yeah, no one saw this coming. No one saw this revolution. And that's kind of the most exciting thing about anything like that. Like there's so many different industries that are yet to evolve and yet to take the next step. And I think sport is actually one of them. And I think that's why DAZN have got such a big chance, big opportunity in front of themselves, because no one's really changed the sport game for years since Sky Sports came into it. So yeah, very, very exciting.
Hi Matt.
hello. I was wondering before you started your meeting and didn't want me here, what's happening with campaigns?
Well, we just actually had a meeting about how we're going to start doing like a monthly insight report about the trends within the market. Recently on the vlog we spoke about the disappearance of Instagram likes, what that means for the industry, what that means for us. The Insight team already do some monthly kind of reports, but we're going to start doing it in a better and bigger format. Yeah, Zara and I are just having our weekly catch-up to chat about the team. We hired James on Friday, so we're really happy about that.
You, sir,
What are you saying, man?
have been offered
I know,
position.
man.
Well
This is
done.
This is it.
All good. The team is growing.
Yeah, I think it's as strong as it has ever been.
Sidemen are in tomorrow, Simon and Josh. They're in at 10:30. I'm doing something that I've never done with them before. I'm pitching with them tomorrow. I'm going to run through the deck that I want to present, make changes in that sort of hour and a half. Then we're going to walk to the client and we're going to pitch.
Is this to do something slightly different to the YouTube-based stuff?
It's a bit of both, I think. They want to do some cool things on YouTube next year, and also, you know, work with cool brands that want to push them to fulfill their potential as a brand, the Sidemen 2020. So it is a really exciting one. I mean, we'll talk about it with Josh and Simon tomorrow.
Apparently he's been hired because you guys just don't have enough bark.
Alex, if looks could kill. That face.
Just so bad.
Good boy. Okay.
He's been hired because you guys have been doing a poor performance.
Really? That's better.
Yeah?
That's better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.